Welcome back, folks. I am Nobawin. On Today I Am Wealthy. We've been talking about transforming you. The last 3 episodes we have been speaking about the 3 pillars of success, which are the 3 pillars of personal transformation. We looked at the first one being awareness, and then the second one is commitment, and then the third one is discipline. Let's just keep looking at awareness. Last 2 episodes, we were talking about the first question that you're supposed to ask yourself if you are to be really aware. We started with your real self. Who am I? That was the question that we said you must ask yourself. That's the first thing that you're supposed to dwell on if you are to transform yourself, if you are to be successful. So we say that there are actually a lot of ways to look into that question. I also shared with you my personal life story. It's actually a true story of when I was forced into looking deeply into who I am. Why do we have to look at who you are or who I am or who we are? It is because we are supposed to be starting or beginning with the end in mind. And what is the end in mind? The end in mind is who you are. If your end is something else which is outside of you, then you are actually planning to fail. Because you, just like a dog that is chasing its own tail, you're chasing shadows, and those shadows, you never catch up with them. The best and the first thing is to start with who you are. Because it's the ultimate. Who doesn't want to know about themselves? We also spoke about the mistake that everybody's making, that they're looking outside or outward. They are focusing on the things, the outer things. They are focusing on cementing their relationship with the other things that are outside instead of looking within. That peace within, that's ungraspable, we say. That's undefinable, that's infinite, is your real self. And if you are to build everything based on that, you will always be successful because you are fulfilled from within, going out instead of coming out or going out there and chasing after the material things. You will never be satisfied. It is, I always say, like trying to fill up a leaking vessel. That lack of satisfaction, all the times when you think you have arrived, you realize that you are nothing. When you think you have everything, you realize that you have nothing. When you think that there is something, you realize that there is absolutely nothing. So the best thing is for you to look within. That's what we said. And today we are going to look at the question number 2 of the 45 questions of personal transformation. And question number 2 is, where am I? This is now when we are looking at the nuts and bolts of personal transformation. But before we look at those, what are the other 2 pillars of personal transformation, or pillars of success? The second pillar of success is commitment. Commitment is when, now after all this awareness, you know exactly where you stand, who you are, and then you are supposed to be applying the strategies that will take you wherever you plan to be. So that's commitment. And then discipline is where quality needs to be determined. You need to know exactly the quality of the things that you're doing. And also the sticking to your game. We call it the stick-to-itiveness. You have to stick to your game for you to win, because the major thing here is for you to persevere and keep going despite or in spite of the challenges, because there will be ups and lows, dips and downs and all these other things. But hey, at the end, you are successful when you come to that realization that yes, based on who I am. Based on who I am and where I am at the moment, yes, I can safely say I'm content with what I've received and what I am receiving right now. I know the past, I know the future, but the now is where I am supposed to be. And based on this now, I know victory is always certain. So I am fine. I am good. So where are you? Where am I at the moment? We are talking now of all the areas of your life. We call it the wheel of success. I have, 12 of these areas of your life. We're looking at your life vision. Where are you in terms of your life vision? This is the question that you're supposed to ask yourself. Where are you in terms of your life vision? And also based on who you are. Where are you in terms of the quality of your life? Where are you in terms of your health and fitness? Some of these are really simple because when you're looking at your health and fitness, it's as simple as all that. You can easily test yourself as to where you really are. You know, your energy. How do you feel every day when you're exerting yourself on particular, especially physical activities? Do you feel that you have enough energy to perform in life? Are you healthy? It's as easy as ABC, but there are some at times when you have to go deeper into those areas as well. But basically, let's just start by scooping on the surface and see how it goes, and then you keep going deeper and asking yourself deeper and deeper questions. Intellectual life. Where are you? Emotional life. What are your dominating emotions at the moment? Are you always living in fear? Are you greedy? Are you being driven by greed? Are you overly excited? These are the things that you're also supposed to look into on where am I? Your character. Where are you in terms of your character? Where are you in terms of your spiritual life? We will speak about the metrics that you're supposed to utilize in terms of where you want to be, measuring where you want to be and where you are at the present moment. And we're looking at your love life or your love relationship. We're looking at your career. Where are you in terms of your career? Where are you in terms of your financial life? Where are you in terms of your social life? What kind of social relationships have you been creating or have you been attracting? What you have been attracting also tells you exactly who you are as well, because you attract your own kind. And where are you in terms of parenting, if you are a parent? Because we are all parents. Despite the fact that you might not have your own kids, but you are a brother out there. So you have your younger brothers or you're a sister out there. You're an aunt or an uncle out there. You have a family out there. Where are you? Or when you are planning for your own family. So how far have you gone in planning for your own family, especially maybe with your partner? That's the deep question that you're supposed to ask yourself. Where am I? If you don't ask yourself these deep questions, then you will have a problem, because you're like on autopilot. Can you imagine you are going to, well, I'm here in South Africa. You are in Johannesburg. You are going to Cape Town. You don't really know exactly where, you've never been to Cape Town before. But you set up for the journey, and as you traveling, you need to look. Of course, there will be signs and everything, but then you need to stop and say, where exactly am I now? Can you imagine you looking and you're like, I'm in Thohoyandou. I left Johannesburg, I'm supposed to be going to Cape Town. Is it really the right place for me to be by now, 6 hours down the line? You might start questioning. So those are the metrics that you're supposed to be utilizing as well. 6 hours down the line, I'll ask myself, where really am I? Even if when you're not the one who's driving, have you ever traveled long distance? And maybe it's an 18-hour flight. You have to ask yourself, where really am I now? You start wondering, I'm going to land, London from Johannesburg or from Cape Town, wherever. You're like, am I really going to London? Because somebody might be taking you to Bangkok or something. So those are the questions that you're supposed to be asking yourself, and that's the thing that you are supposed to be dwelling on at some point, where really you are in terms of your spiritual life, in terms of your love life, in terms of your career, in terms of all these other aspects of your life. So if I were to ask you right now, where are you in terms of the quality of your life? Give us a list of the things give us a list of the areas of your life that you want to be looking into as we go through this exercise. What we'll do on the next episode is coming up with a framework as to how you state your metrics as to exactly where you can be. And that metrics, or those metrics, are going to help you exactly to determine your status quo. Where am I right now? Without fear or favor, and you take it from there, because you also have your own values, you also have your own goals and objectives and stuff like that. Where you are also says something about you. Where you are exactly now emotionally says something about you. Where you are financially tells you something about you, about yourself, what you've been up to. I can easily tell what you've been up to financially by looking at maybe your bank statement, where you've been up to, what you've been up to the past 30 days by looking at your bank statement or other statements, your balance sheet. What's been happening in your life for the past 5 years? It's easy to determine that. Even looking at your physical body, it is easy for us to tell where you are and what you have been up to. But we need something that is going to help you to know exactly where you are. And this is what's going to be happening on our next episode. I am going to share with you a specific exercise that you're supposed to do or to carry out for you to determine exactly your status quo. Thank you so much for watching. Please always comment, always like, always share, and don't forget, to subscribe to this channel. I am Nobawin. This is Today I Am Wealthy.